Hello, everyone. This is Bill Apter down here at Apter's Alley. It is March 25th, 2018. And when you talk about people who've had an incredible career, when you talk about people who are always going into sessions about who's the greatest this and who's the greatest that, when they talk about who's the greatest super heavyweight in the world, this guy always comes to the top of the list. Leon White, the man who is Vader, Big Van Vader, welcome to the Apter Chat.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the opportunity to talk with you, and great introduction, the greatest. I like that. Thank you.
Well, you know, people again, people are always talking about who's the best cruiserweight, who's the best heavyweight. When you talk about super heavyweights, your name is always at the top there. I mean, people. Yeah, you're a big guy, and your work in the ring has been incredible. But that's not why I asked you to come on here today. So there's something going on in your life that is very important that we need to let people know about. As I mentioned, today is March 25th, 2018. On March 26th, 2018, something as
Well, let me just jump in there. March 26th, 7 a.m. and I go in for open heart surgery. I'm actually sitting in my hospital room now as I speak to you. So just in a few hours, really, I'm going into surgery. I'm actually going down, and when this is finished, and they bathe you all over, and they shave you and your head and everything, every hair on your body.
Yeah.
For this type of surgery, and obviously the infection is a big on their mind. I mean, it's something that they want to avoid. So I'm going to be clean going into that surgery, that's for sure. And then in the morning, I get washed tonight, and then I get washed in the morning, and from that point on, I stay sterile. And about 4 in the morning, they said, and we go. So. You know, Bill, I've been through several surgeries. I mean, more than several. I mean, a bunch of them, more than I care to mention right now. Through my football career and obviously my wrestling career, but this is the big one. And here's what I want to tell people is that I've spoke to the surgeon, and excuse me, I'm in good hands. His name is Dewey, Dr. Dewey of Dallas, Texas, and he's literally, I mean, the number one surgeon in America as of 2016. He was voted that for that year. So since the vote hasn't happened again in 2017, he's the number one heart surgeon in the United States. And my son, who's in the health industry, helped me acquire Mr. Dewey's services. And so I feel very good about that. And I've got a good one. He's a great guy, and people here at Medical City, the hospital. I've been in the hospital 10 days, and I literally have 10 blood vessels that are clogged, over 90% of my heart, and I guess just to put it mildly, I'm a walking time bomb. I went in for a routine visit to a Dr. Eichhorn, who is also a heart surgeon. I was having chest pains, and went in there to see him, and he just, he listened to my heart, and he said, well, you got to go in the hospital. I said, well, God, when, in a couple of weeks, and I got bookings, and I've got this, I've got that. And he said, no, right now. And so he basically gave me some blood thinners, right then, injectable blood thinner, and obviously if your blood is thinner, you're less likely to, have a heart attack, stroke, anything in that nature. In other words, it pushes the platelets, something
platelets,
like
yes.
Platelets, slower, and your blood moves smoothly through the system, and there's no blockage or clogging, or less. There still can be. That's not foolproof, but it helps a great deal, and that's what's basically kept me from having a heart attack in the 10 days I've been here. And what worked on those 10 days to get me ready for surgery, all my numbers, and your creatinine numbers, your cholesterol numbers, and they all got to be a certain level or they won't operate. And each doctor has to sign off. The kidney doctor, you have the surgeon, and then you have the backup surgeon. I mean, there's like 5 surgeons that have to sign off on the surgery.
Sure.
And so I'm ready to go, and everyone signed off. And I want to say my son Jesse, he's taken time off work, and he's been here for me, and I'm grateful. I want to say that publicly. I had no idea that he cared that much. So this is enlightening in that regard. But and to be honest and frank, I've been told that there's no guarantee that I've let the heart just go away. Let me back up. Here's what I want to tell everybody.
Okay.
If you're 35, 45, 40 in that range, you need to go in and get a heart checkup. Here's the deal. I was afraid. I said, hey, my heart don't hurt. I'm wrestling. I'm riding the bike a half hour hard. There's no pain. I'm fine. Well, guess what? I wasn't fine. I had blockage that he said the type of blockage that you have, over 90% in 10 arteries.
Jeez.
He said started 15 years ago. He said, so let's say 10 years ago you came in, or even just 8 years ago you came in and got checked out, and we found some blockage. We could have went in there with a catheter and basically stuck a cable in my groin and then worked it up into my stomach.
Right.
And cleaned that out. And the heart industry, or the technique to maintain and operate on the heart, has come so far. And you know what? For a surgery like a catheter, you come in the morning. You come in one afternoon. You have the surgery in the morning, and you're out the next morning. And so you come in on a Friday, you're back at work Monday for a heart surgery. And you can have bypass surgery over the weekend and go to work on Monday. And that's what I gave up, because I just simply didn't get checked. I'm a big guy, and I'm 400 plus pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm eating hamburgers, and this isn't about doing drugs or nothing like that. This is just about, hey, you're on the road and you can't find nothing to eat, so you get a pizza. You get a hamburger. You don't do a heart diet on the road when you're working like I have in Japan and down south, and of course up north with the WWE. But so hey, it could have been that simple for me, but now I take the risk, and there's no guarantee I come out of this. So I'm nervous. I just a doctor came in, and I said, well, I'm requesting a pre-op shot, which calms the nerves basically, an hour and a half, 2 hours before the surgery. So you're not going through, excuse my language, HELL.
Yeah.
Before the surgery, because it could be, that's hard on a person. And, she said, well, I don't know. I said, listen, I'm insisting. Hey, try to get me out of that bed without one. So.
Got it. Yeah.
I just said, that's not negotiable. That's the deal. And she said, oh, okay. And she walked out. So we'll see what happens, but I bet I get one.
I would think so.
Yeah, I'm asking for one at least an hour before, because it's like I'm not, I'm going to try to sleep tonight. So we're going to give you sleep meds tonight. I'll eat those up, and they won't do anything. So I'll be up all night. And I'm nervous and I'm scared, and I'm a religious person. I prayed, and for the surgery to be successful. And then there's 2 things to the surgery. It's not just coming out alive that I'm worried about, because I've told that that's not a guarantee in this instance. But further, that what condition is the heart? So in other words, the doctor said, your heart looks good. In other words, you haven't damaged it by having all these blocked arteries all those years, and not just living on with blocked arteries, but performing and working out hard with these blocked arteries, because that creates damage. Your heart is wanting more oxygen. Your heart is wanting more blood, and it can't get it because it's blocked. So that could do damage. And he said, if you haven't damaged your heart too bad, He said, it looks good, but I won't know for sure until I get in there. He said, you know, I could buy 20 plus years. I could really come out of this. He said, you're going to feel like a rocket because, you know, you've been living on with this deficit of blood going through your heart, and you just can't get it. Your heart can't pump the blood because it's blocked. And once we clear this up, you're gonna feel like a brand new man, and I look forward to that. But
That's great.
he said the question is for how long. So assuming I come through everything okay, that I'm going to feel good. And he said then it's how long, and that's really the underlying issue here. If I haven't damaged the heart, I get 20 years, and that would be wow. Because I'm enjoying life. I mean, I've worked hard and I saved a little money, and you know, I'm looking forward to my son having a child, and you know, getting to know my grandchild, things of that nature, and
yeah, to live the life you deserve.
Well, yeah, I mean, we all want to go out, but I don't want to go out like this.
No,
but,
you won't.
I want everyone to hear me, and you know what? If you're in your 30s, go get checked, because if you got a block, you won't feel it. If you got a partial blockage, you won't feel it. And now's the time, because if you go in on a Friday, the insurance pays for it. You're out Sunday afternoon. You go to work Monday morning.
Yeah,
it's that simple with the catheter. But if you wait, they got to crack that chest open, and this is going to be painful. But let me finish that one point. Was the second one is, you know, what kind of condition have I left my heart in? Because he said we could get all your arteries cleared, and you would feel great, but for how long? In other words, if the heart is beat up, then you won't last long. And then obviously it's I'm down to 330 pounds, and that's from 410. So
wow,
you know, he said you gotta, there's more, you know, a lot more, and that will guarantee the time he's talking about if I haven't damaged the heart. So
right.
And I'm trying to get out of it first and foremost, and wake up, and then you know, make sure that heart isn't damaged. I hope I don't know how much damage I've done, and hopefully not. You know, hopefully not.
We would. I would appreciate it, of course, that you know, all your fans, everybody out there's praying for you, and it would be appreciated that when you come out of surgery, which I believe you will, that your son Jesse gives me a call, and so we can keep everybody updated on your condition.
Sure. And you know what? If everyone would hit me up at It's Vader Time, I'd appreciate that.
At Vader Time on Twitter?
Yeah, man. Why not? I started late. I don't get very many followers, but I'll take this opportunity to get some.
Yeah, we'll help you get that.
I love reading the comments, you know, and what people say, and it's a fun. It's addictive. The phone, once you grab it, you can't put it down.
Oh, I know. I know that. And years ago, of course, before we had this, I don't know what we did. Yeah. Well,
what we do. I can't. How do we get somewhere? We shoot. How do we go somewhere to eat? We just, you know, now you want to eat. Okay, you hit Google.
That's
right. A pizza place, and you know.
How did we drive anywhere? It was like, how do you get there?
Yeah, well, Google it.
Yes. Well, we can Google all about your surgery as well, and I want to thank you so much. There's two parts of you that I know. I know the wrestler Vader, Big Van Vader, and he's always been an incredible super heavyweight. No matter who. You know, I told you the other day when we were talking, when I just called you to wish you good luck, and we talked about doing this, that I wish back in the days in the 70s that you were around to do a series of matches with Bruno Sammartino. You were tailor-made for Bruno Sammartino back in his heyday.
Yeah, we've had fun.
Oh,
And you know what? Just in terms of the other heavyweights, Yokozuna's a super heavyweight, Bam Bam Bigelow, and there's others, you know. But I like to think of myself as a super heavyweight big man, and you know, slash. So if I'm near the top or the top of that list, then you know what, I've done well, and I appreciate you bringing that forward.
well, thank you. And I appreciate that. And your friendship's been very important to me back from when I met you back in the Vern Gagne days. So when you kick out of this whole thing and you're on the road to recovery, let's do a series of things about the super heavyweights. I would welcome that.
I don't know, man. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go and fight.
I know
I'm
you.
gonna get fired up, and I just, it's not my time. I don't feel it, and
Yeah, yeah.
I want that 20 plus years he's talking about, and I'm gonna fight for it. So
We want it for you too. At Vader
you know
Time.
what? I'll make a prediction. I'm gonna after this surgery, I'm gonna get back in the ring. If he's talking, he's saying that I wrestled with this all this blockage, and I did pretty good in my opinion. If I've got, you know, my knees are good, my back's good, everything's good. The reason I quit wrestling is because I couldn't breathe, and my heart was blocked, and I didn't know why. I thought I was just getting old. And I'm going to get back in the ring and do some independent stuff and go back to Japan a little bit. And
Yeah.
I think, you know what, people would like to see it one more time. You know,
We certainly
and,
will. I have one thing to say, and it's 3 words. It's Vader time. Yeah.
brother, well, let's hope it's not the end of Vader time.
All right, and your Twitter handle again is
At It's Vader Time.
say that again.
At It's Vader Time.
At It's Vader Time. Go there.
Yeah. Hit me up.
Hit 'em up.
man.
And we are, like I said, we're all praying for you, and please make sure that your son gives me a call so I can keep the millions and millions of fans who care about you informed.
Brother, I'll go.
All right, Bill Apter
I
with
will.
Vader here at the Apter Chat.